Hi, so it's Tanya here from Cannon & Co Sales and Lettings. I'm back with Emma from G3 Mortgages this week to talk about all things mortgages. One of the new things that's come in place is the new mortgage charter. So I will leave it to Emma to explain in more detail, and I hope you find it useful.
Yep, so thanks, Tanya. The new mortgage charter, so it was released by the government on the 26th of June, I think it was, in response to the high interest rates and everyone being concerned about what's going on at the moment with mortgages. Basically, it's a form of help for clients who are worried about making their mortgage payments. And it was sort of discussed with the banks, the big banks, how could they help those customers? Obviously, for a bank, the absolute last resort for them is having to repossess your home because you are no longer paying your mortgage. They don't want to do that, so they will help you. If you're in financial difficulty and having problems paying your mortgage. So the new mortgage charter is currently it's been released. Lenders are in the process of getting their systems sorted for things that they didn't do before that they now need to offer. So there will be some lenders who possibly already offer it all, and there'll be some lenders who it's coming, and it will come soon. They'll get it done sort of by the end of July. So, but it might be if you ring your lender at the moment and they say, oh, we can't do that yet, but we will have it available in 2 weeks or whatever. But there are a few basic points to the mortgage charter. The main one being that every lender now who signs up to the mortgage charter will offer product switches 6 months in advance of your current fixed rate ending, and the product switches have no affordability check. There's no check. We literally choose you a new rate and you move on to it when your current rate ends. So that's a good thing, because not every lender offered product switches, and not every lender offered them 6 months in advance. A lot of them were 3 months mainly in advance. So because interest rates are, people are concerned they'll keep going up, they've extended that
and we're
time.
going to do a follow-up video. I think we'll release that next week. Do you know what I mean? About the what a product switch is. So in the meantime, if anyone wants any information, get in touch. But just follow our pages, and we'll update about what that is next week, I think.
Yeah. The other thing that the mortgage charter aims to offer is allowing clients to extend their mortgage term to reduce their monthly payments. So this is, existing customers. You don't need to be in the middle of a product switch or a remortgage to ask for this. You call your existing lender, tell them you're struggling, you're worried about, being unable to afford your mortgage, and they can look at extending your mortgage term. Now, I imagine this is still going to be within the maximum age limits and, all of that sort of stuff. So, they're not going to give you a 50-year term to keep the payments as low as possible, but they will look at see what they can do for you and if they can extend the term for you. You can also, the mortgage charter has guaranteed that you can ask for help from your mortgage lender without it affecting your credit rating.
Oh,
and this is something people really worry about, because, they tend to just try and get by and don't want to contact their mortgage lender because they're worried that, it will affect them for, on their credit rating for, next time remortgages or getting other credit. So do not worry about that. They are there, to help. They will look to help you where they can. They're also part of the mortgage charter. So every lender that signed up to it has agreed that everyone will be allowed to stay in their home for at least 12 months, even if they're unable to pay their mortgage. So what they're saying is, if you don't pay your mortgage for 12 months, and you've got big arrears on your mortgage, they won't repossess you and kick you out of your home within that first 12-month period. And it's just a case of them trying to work with clients. Majority of mortgage lenders, if you get into arrears, they'll be straight on it. They'll be they'll either contact you by letter or whatever, but on those letters it will say call us, and they'll try, they'll discuss payment plans to try and get it paid back. So all I would just say is, don't bury your head in the sand. I know it's scary if you get into financial difficulty and you get to the point, you don't even want to open letters and that sort of thing, but just pick up the phone to them and they will do what they can to help. Last but not least, and this is the one that will probably cause the most, I would say, technological issues for lenders, is The mortgage charter states that they will offer interest-only payments to clients. This is probably only for a short period. I know a couple of lenders I've spoken to so far, as part of the mortgage charter, they'll offer interest only for 6 months. So this is not about changing the repayment type on your mortgage. It is a stopgap. It is, you've lost your job, you're long-term sick, you need a breather from high interest payments. They would potentially look to change you to interest only for 6 months. Now, bearing in mind, that could then, after that 6-month period, when you go back to repayment mortgage, which is paying the capital and the interest, that could mean your mortgage payment goes up slightly because you've had 6 months of not paying the full mortgage payment. And it's quite similar to what they agreed during COVID.
I was going to say, yeah.
Not quite the payment holidays, but it's, if you took a payment holiday during COVID, they obviously said, once the payment holiday is over, your mortgage payment will go up slightly because you've obviously not paid for 3 months. This will be probably in a similar vein, in that if you pay interest only for 6 months, your mortgage payment, once you go back on repayment, will be up a bit, not massively, but it gives you that 6-month breathing space if you need it. So that is the mortgage charter, basically, in a nutshell. Some of the things they're offering, lenders have already been doing. Switching to a new deal without affordability checks, that's product switches. But the fact that now every lender who signs up to the mortgage charter will offer them 6 months in advance is brilliant. The interest only is new, because rules on interest only mortgages in general are really strict. The repossessions, not kicking anyone out of their house for 12 months, that's good. And obviously extending the mortgage term, that's a big thing, because not every lender did that either. So it's a good thing. It's there to help. And I would just say, if you're concerned,
and I think not much has been talked about that, has it? Like, I see a lot of the media, we see a lot of the scaremongering, do you know what I mean, and different things. For us, it's about just having these conversations, trying to just make people aware. Again, there's no one situation that fits all, do you know what I mean? And that's the key thing here. But it's about just highlighting what is actually going on.
Yeah.
So if anyone has any questions, we always have our contact details. Make sure you are following our pages and things to keep up to date with these updates, and get in touch. Brilliant. Thanks.